In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 WNBA games happening on August 24th, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 WNBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start: if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Seattle Storm versus Washington Mystics. Seattle heads to the nation's capital with a 19-18 record that has the Storm sitting 7th in the league, while Washington checks in at 16-21 and 10th. It's the final regular season meeting between these clubs, and the Mystics have already claimed the first 2. Seattle recently took down Chicago and Dallas and has Indiana looming, yet it has still dropped 9 of its last 14 contests. For the year, the Storm average 82 points while hitting 45.3% of their shots and allow 80 points on 43.7% shooting. They connect on 33.2% of their threes, knock down 76.8% at the stripe, yield 33.3% from deep, and pull in 31.4 rebounds per night. Washington just fell to Connecticut and Las Vegas and faces New York next. The Mystics have stumbled in 11 of their past 16 games. They put up 79 points on 44.4% shooting and give up 81 points on 44.1%. From long range, they shoot 33.4%, hit 75.7% of their free throws, allow 31.9% from distance, and grab 33.5 boards per game. Rebounding favors Washington, whose 51.4% total rebound rate ranks 4th, while Seattle's 47.2% sits last. Beyond the arc, the gap narrows, with the Mystics at 33.4% and the Storm at 33.2%. Oddsmakers have cooled on Washington after a rough stretch, but asking Seattle, just 2-8 against the spread in its last 10, to cover a big number seems ambitious. The Mystics have already upset the Storm twice this season, so taking the points feels like the move. As our first pick for this matchup, the Washington Mystics to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Neither offense has caught fire. Seattle holds the league's 8th best offensive rating at 102.9, while Washington sits 11th at 98.6. Both clubs struggle on the offensive glass, with the Storm last at 25.7% and the Mystics 7th at 29.9%. Seattle's 90-plus point explosion on Friday was an outlier for a unit ranked 9th in scoring, and Washington slots in at 10th. The Storm just limited Dallas to below 30% shooting, and the first 2 clashes between these teams finished well under the current total. Another low-scoring slog seems likely. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total, is our full game total pick. Golden State Valkyries versus Dallas Wings. On Sunday afternoon, the 18-18 Golden State Valkyries packed their bags for Arlington and a date with the 9-28 Dallas Wings inside College Park Center. Each of the first 2 meetings landed in the home team's column and rewarded backers at the window, so this rubber match carries a little extra juice. Golden State stumbles into Texas after setbacks against Atlanta and Phoenix, and a visit from Washington sits on deck. That mini-slide has reached 3 games, a streak the Valkyries can't afford while they're still clawing for postseason position. Through 36 contests, they put up 78 points a night while knocking down 40.4% of their looks and surrendering 77.6 on 40.9% shooting at the other end. Dead-eye marksmanship hasn't been their calling card from deep, just 32.2%, but they do cash in 81.2% at the line. Opponents hit 32.3% of their threes, and the Valkyries clean 35.1 boards per game. Dallas, meanwhile, just absorbed losses to Los Angeles and Seattle and will see Connecticut next. The Wings have dropped 15 of their last 18, and home floor hasn't offered much relief. Somehow this group still averages 81.5 points despite connecting on a head-scratching 1.9% of its shots, while the defense allows 87 points on 45.6% accuracy. From long range, they're at 31.4%, drill 80.9% of their free throws, give up a hefty 38.2% from outside, and snag 35.7 rebounds a night. Yes, laying chalk on the highway is rarely ideal, and the Valkyries have delivered more than a few headaches lately, yet they remain a playoff playoff hopeful squaring off with an injury-riddled Wings squad that still hasn't patched the leaks on defense. The injury report for both sides reads like a CVS receipt, but Golden State generally finds ways to survive and owns the stronger body of work. Dallas has only one win in its last 10 and home cooking hasn't cured a thing. If the Valkyries are serious about punching a postseason ticket, this is the kind of spot they must handle, and the line still feels soft. As our first pick for this matchup, the Golden State Valkyries to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. The first two meetings between these clubs both cashed the under, and neither roster profiles as explosive. Dallas is missing its second leading scorer after a recent deal shipped away the fourth leading option, and the Wings mustered just 60 points last time out on this same floor. Golden State brings the league's third stingiest scoring defense, but its own offense sits third from the bottom, especially now that depth is an issue. With both teams short-handed and scoring talent thin, expect another grinded-out contest that finishes below the number. As our second pick for this matchup, under the projected total is our full game total pick. Indiana Fever versus Minnesota Lynx. Sunday's WNBA slate rolls into Minneapolis, where the Indiana Fever pay a visit to the Minnesota Lynx inside Target Center. Indiana shows up with a 19-17 mark. Minnesota towers at 29-7, and this is leg 2 of their 3-game set. On Friday night in Indy, the Lynx slipped away with a 95-90 victory. Since then, the Fever have fallen to Minnesota, edged Connecticut, and now have Seattle lurking. They've dropped 5 of their last 7 and need a jolt. On the season, Indiana pours in 85 points per game while hitting 45.8% from the floor, yet the defense is giving back 82.4 on 44.2% shooting. The Fever knock down 34.7% of their threes, convert 77% at the line, hold opponents to 32.5% from deep, and collect 33.5 boards a night. Minnesota's recent stretch shows a stumble against Atlanta, a rebound win over Indiana, and a date with Seattle coming up. The Lynx have captured 7 of their last 9. They're averaging 86 points on a crisp 46.9% clip while holding foes to 76.4 on 42.3% shooting. From distance, the Lynx are lethal at 37%, cash in 76.4% of their freebies, defend the arc at 32.9%, and secure 34.2 rebounds per outing. Rebounding tilts just a hair toward Indiana, 6th in the league with a 50.4 total board rate versus Minnesota's 8th place 49.9. Net rating tells a wider story. Indiana sits 5th at plus 3.5, while Minnesota tops the table at plus 12.9. Friday's 5-point margin suggests these clubs aren't worlds apart. As our first pick for this matchup, the Indiana Fever to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Over the past 10 games, neither club has shined on the perimeter. Indiana is 9th in that window, letting opponents shoot 35.2% from deep, while Minnesota is 11th at 38.7%. Both offenses, however, can light it up. Indiana rates 4th at 34.7% from beyond the arc, and Minnesota leads the WNBA at a sizzling 37%. Those hot hands combined for 185 points 2 nights ago, and the tempo should stay brisk. Indiana's attack travels, but its defense often leaves something to be desired. The Fever have topped 80 points in 6 of their last 7, winning only 2, a perfect snapshot of their run-and-gun style and porous backline. Expect them to push the pace once more. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.